Break down the walls, YouTube, because today we're taking a look at the WWE Mattel Elite defining moments. The Millennium Man himself, Y2J, Chris Jericho. A really cool looking figure, one I've wanted to get my hands on for a long time. The entrance Greats retro Chris Jericho was something that I always wanted to get and wasn't able to get my hands on, but finally I've got a retro Jericho from my favourite era, at least when he was the Undisputed Champion. Really excited to get this opened up and out of packaging. In terms of the packaging, it comes in the standard defining moments packaging, which obviously looks really nice. Great shot of the Ayatollah of rock and roller on the side there, the first ever Undisputed Champ. There is a nice read up on the back which you can pause and read for yourself, basically just talking about how he beat The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the same night to capture my favourite championship of all time, which is the WCW World Heavyweight title. I love that big gold belt. And then of course the WWE/F Undisputed Championship. So with that, let's get Y2J opened up. Now, just to show you guys too, absolutely love the artwork inside of the packaging. You've got Jericho when he won the Undisputed title on the left, and then of course on the right walking to the back holding both belts. I think that's a really cool feature, and I appreciate the extra effort Mattel went to with that because it came out excellent. And here we have Jericho opened up and out of packaging. Now, the actual figure itself is fantastic. The face scan, though, I'm not the biggest fan, but we'll get into that shortly. I'll bring it forward so you guys can take a look at Jericho. Really nice to get a retro Jericho figure, that's for sure. So Mattel have been pretty good at giving us retro Jerichos. They've given us like a 2003 Jericho. This is, of course, the early Jericho that they've released before. I'm pretty sure with the same head scan as well. But definitely an elusive figure to find. So for them to finally bring this guy out and make him widely available is definitely appreciated. The design on the tights probably isn't my favourite Jericho attire. I love the lightning bolt version, which they did release in two different basic versions, one with red, one with purple. One of those is the entrance greats Jericho. I'll bring it forward so you guys can take a look at the face scan for yourself. I don't know, there's just something about it. He looks kind of plumpy. It doesn't really look like Jericho to me, especially when you compare it to some of the other Jericho figures, which I'll bring in a moment. But the detailing on the hair is quite nice. And he has your standard elite articulation, so ball jointed head, ball jointed arm, swivel in the bicep, bend at the elbow, swivel in the wrist. He's got the ab crunch, swivel in the waist, swivel in the legs, swivel in the thigh, double bend at the knee, swivel in the boot, and swivel in the ankle. So a ton of posability out of this guy, which is what you want. And just for comparison, you can see Jericho here with the Ringside Collectibles exclusive Y2J, which of course was from 2003, his feud with Shawn Michaels, and then you've got a more recent Elite Jericho as well. All these figures are relatively old. The latest Jericho figures that have got the list of Jericho, the face scan on those is incredible and really, really accurate. But still, a nice Jericho figure to add to the collection. And here we've got Y2J with both titles. One thing I think is really cool about the Jericho story is that obviously in WCW he was held back a lot and not really given a lot of credit. He comes to the WWE and he's able to finally hold the WCW Heavyweight Championship, something he could never do at WCW, and obviously became a multiple-time Intercontinental and WWE Champion. His run in 2017 I think has to be one of the best of his career. He's showing despite being older, he's probably still one of the best performers, longevity and entertainment-wise. I don't think you can go past him. He has GOAT, the greatest of all time, on the back of his trunks for a reason. Definitely a cool figure. If you can find this guy and you're a fan of the retro Jericho, I would definitely pick it up. Plus some cool accessories with the two championship belts as well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this review on the WWE Mattel Elite Defining Moments, Chris Jericho.